Core 1 2017. So we're asked to show an expression. It's important in these types of questions just to focus on the shape and then work towards the expression. So if we read down through the question, we are told that the casing has a volume of pi over 3. So volume must come from the hemisphere, which is half of a sphere, and a cylinder. And the volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h, and that has to equal pi over 3. Now the first thing I can see here is every term has a pi, which means that those pi's cancel. Half times 4 over 3 gives us 2 over 3 r cubed plus r squared h now equals 1/3. R squared h will be 1/3 minus 2/3 r cubed. So r squared h is 1 minus 2r cubed all over 3. And then dividing across by the r squared, h would be 1 minus 2r cubed all over 3r squared. And that's what they asked for in the question. Surface area is the surface area of the hemisphere, so that is a half times 4 pi r squared plus the curved surface area of a cylinder, which is circumference 2 pi r times h, and the circular base, so that's plus pi r squared. Half of 4 is 2, so 2 pi r squared plus pi r squared gives us 3 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, and that's our surface area. We're now going to take the answer to part 1 and replace the h with 1 minus 2r cubed all over 3r squared. In this, the r cancels with the r squared and leaves us with 3 pi r squared plus 2 pi upon 1 minus 2r cubed all over 3r. So that is 3 pi r squared, and I'm going to expand out the brackets, plus 2 pi over 3r minus 4 pi r cubed over 3r. And if we keep simplifying, that is 3 pi r squared plus 2 pi over 3r minus 4/3 pi r squared. 3 is 9 over 3, so 9 over 3 minus 4 over 3 is 5/3 pi r squared plus 2 pi over 3r, and that's what we were asked for. Finally, we are asked to find the value of r for which is kept a minimum. Minimum means we want to differentiate, so we want ds dr. Before we can do that, we need to rewrite this as 2 pi over 3 r to the power minus 1. So whenever we differentiate, we have 2 times 5 pi r over 3 minus 2 pi over 3r to the power minus 2. And at any turning point, that is when that ds dr equals 0. So we want to know when 10 pi r over 3 minus 2 pi over 3r squared equals 0. The pi's at this point can cancel. So we want to know when 10r over 3 equals 2 over 3r squared. We're going to cross multiply. 10r times 3r squared is 30r cubed. We want to know when that equals 6. So it's when r cubed equals 1/5. So when r equals the cube root of 1/5. Finally, we have to prove maximum or minimum, which means we need the second differential. If we differentiate r, we get 1, so that leaves us with 10 pi over 3. Minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4, and subtracting 1 gives us minus 3. So that's 10 pi over 3 plus 4 pi over 3r cubed. R is the cube root of 1/5. So the second differential will be 10 pi over 3 plus 4 pi over 3 times 1/5, which is 10 pi over 3 plus 20 pi over 3, 30 pi over 3, 10 pi, and 10 pi is greater than 0, which means that we have a minimum.